Mr. Pianim, so we've now seen what is possible, and you're very confident that we can attain it. But there are a few shackles that have held us down. One is corruption. How do you deal with it?
As you realize, I structured this conversation with my great-granddaughter asking questions.
And in this case, I'm your great-grandson asking those questions. Why your great-granddaughter, I'm curious?
Because development, just like in a family, in a nation, is a sacrifice by a group of people so that another generation can have a better life. So whatever we do now affects our grandchildren, in my case, great-grandchildren. And I structured it in such a way that my great-granddaughter, who's having this conversation with me, is trying to write a paper on the Ghana miracle. The miracle has happened. We are prosperous as the year before 2057, 2056.
When we turn 100.
Is taking place. And the miracle happened by 2025. That's when the miracle happened. So it took off from the ashes of the economic difficulties, challenges
that we are currently experiencing.
Now, that's where it is going. And we are sacrificing for my great-granddaughter so that she doesn't have to pay my bills. Then she's doing this paper, and I'm talking to her. And he said, corruption. I said, Parliament passed a bill, and the bill was based on the prisoner's dilemma. The prisoner's dilemma is when you have two prisoners and they agree to do something to protect one another. But the first person to break and tell the prison officers what is happening gets benefits. So you put tension between the giver of the bribe and the taker of the bribe. And the idea, I told my great-granddaughter, that's how we solve it. We use the prisoner's dilemma theory to solve it. Mm-hmm. So that if you are encouraged or forced or put in an awkward point to pay a bribe, and you pay the bribe, and then you go and report, you get your bribe back. If you were a contractor, you were looking for a contract, you get a contract. You also get some, maybe 5 points, 5 percentage points for your next contract award so that you are ahead of everybody. If you are also the taker and you took it and you reported, you keep the money once you reported, and then the one who gave, he is fined, the guilty party is fined 200% or whatever they give, and 100% goes to you. The other one will put it in the chest.
In addition to
what you took. So if somebody gave you a bribe and you reported him, you keep the bribe, and the penalties that we have, you get something on top too. So it's a prisoner's dilemma that we use to create tension between the giver and the taker.
Does anybody go to jail for this? Yes.
If you are the guilty party, if you took the bribe, you go to jail for 10 years.
That is if the other person goes to report you first.
First. Whoever reports first. Both the giver and taker are guilty in this case. For you, bribing a public officer is an offense. Taking is an offense. So whoever reports first, the guilty party, minimum 10 years prison sentence. And then if the contract had to do with school, health delivery, a road that may pose risk to human life, then you may go in for life.
Yeah.
My student thought that they are too draconian.
That's why you need to fix it.
The way to fix corruption is to make sure that people are dealt with, and they are dealt with seriously.